We just need to get in here more. Now that we're getting closer to games, the shooting backgrounds are different. The feel is different over here. So we've probably been over here half a dozen times since we started practice. So we've tried to get over a few times, but as we get closer to games, we really want to make sure we get in here and get a sense and a feel for the building, especially for those new guys.
Mac, you talked to Mark and Ryan, and both of those guys mentioned expectations. How have they handled them so far? They doing okay with that?
I mean, from my perspective, yeah. I mean, as long as they're working and doing what we're asking them to do, and there seems to be buy-in, and they're not casual, or it doesn't appear to me that they have a feeling that they've arrived, then it is what it is. I mean, they've got to answer the questions, and I don't want them to say, no, they're wrong, that we suck, all the prognosticators are inaccurate. They put a lot of time into this. They work hard. They make sacrifices. They have to be very disciplined in their approach. They have to be very hardworking. And if you do all that stuff, then you better expect to be successful. And they've done it. And I'm sure they feel, as do I, when we step on the floor, we expect to win. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Has this preseason been different for you? Felt different?
I'm more popular. The media folks seem to want to talk to me a little bit more when you're picked first than when you're picked 8th or 9th. But that's part of it that goes with it. But practice has been good. I've enjoyed practice every bit as much as I have in the past. And for the most part, knock on wood, we've remained relatively healthy. So we've had most of our roster available for practice on a pretty consistent basis.
Mac, this is kind of interesting on paper. What do you expect?
I'm just starting to dig into them now. Obviously they were one of the better three-point shooting teams in the country last year, and they put a lot of them up. So they, I think, like Drury, but different. They're going to spread you out and make you guard the whole floor. So we just have to figure out the best way to attack them. But they're extremely well coached, and it'll be a good test for us to start the season.
Mac, you told me over the summer that you'd be disappointed if Mason couldn't crack the rotation. He grabbed a couple pretty insane rebounds on, I think, one possession the other night. I guess, how are you feeling about him late into the season and his spot in the rotation?
He's moved the right direction. I don't think he's there yet. Now it's just like with most young players, there's a glimpse here and there of what's possible. Now you just have to do it consistently, and you have to do it every day. And that's where Mason still struggles a little bit with a lot of our other young players, just trying to do it every single day. But you saw his athletic ability going to get those rebounds, and we're trying to clean up some things defensively and with his communication. It's come a long ways from a year ago, but still plenty of room to grow, which is also exciting in itself.
Unselfish play. You talked about it after the exhibition, but Nemhard talked about it too. That's a key to your season. Where is that on the list of concerns?
It's number one in terms of the key to our season. I mean, if we remain unselfish, we don't care who gets the credit. We don't care who gets the shots. We've got a lot of guys that have the capability of scoring, but not all those guys are going to score on the same night. It's just not going to happen. So, some teams are built. I think back to Marcus Foster and Doug. Like, Doug was going to score, and if Doug didn't score, we were in trouble. Marcus Foster was going to get 16 to 22 points. If he didn't, we were in trouble. This team is different. It's really, really balanced, and we have to make sure that balance is a strength of ours, and that guys up and down the roster are okay with that. And so far they have been. I hope when the lights come on Monday that continues to be the case.
Is there some excitement for you that off-season's coming to a close and we're finally ready to roll?
I don't think coaches are ever really ready to roll. We'd always like to have a few more practices because you have all kinds of different situational things that you want to make sure you have your team ready for in the last week or so, and then leading up to this game on Monday, there's a lot of those things that we still have to cover, so that I usually have timeouts left, so that's not usually a problem. We can usually talk about it at the end of the game. But you at least want to run your team through virtually every situation that they could encounter in a game. So when I talk about it in a timeout, they can reflect back to what we did in practice, and I'll just try to execute that. So that's where you're at as a coaching staff. What am I forgetting? Where aren't we as prepared as I wish we could be? And that growth will continue to take place as we get closer to conference play, but I don't think any coach is totally ready to play that first game.